Two, one. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Michelle Vinekerv. I'm an autistic self-advocate, and I run my own blog website known as The World of Autism. I've been running, besides running with the blog website, on pretty much my own journey and writing informative information for the community. I also have been running a guest podcast series and have people also share their own guest stories online that get featured on my blog website. So, to kick off for which would be now 2024, which is I cannot believe that time flies. Um, to kick off with this one, I have someone on today that he wrote a guest blog story on my blog website, and I'm so happy that he wanted to come on to introduce himself, especially his own journey with autism. I have Tyler Leech on. How you doing, Tyler?
I'm doing good, Michelle. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. So I wanted to kick this off by having you introduce yourself for those that don't know you and to share your own journey a little bit growing up with autism.
Yeah, sure. I'm Tyler Leech. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa, and I am an autistic self-advocate, 30 going on 31. I was developing normally like every other kid was, but at around 22 months, I lost my language, even mama. I've had speech therapists do sign language with me, and my grandmother, who after a couple of years was like the Annie Sullivan to my Helen Keller. As I was in school, I had associates help me with my classes up until high school, but it wasn't until I was around 12 or 13 years old when my mom told me that I was autistic. But I took it as it being a part of me, and it should make me no different than everyone else because we are all unique in our own ways. I didn't let autism stop me from being the best me there was, though. I have become a global messenger for Special Olympics, giving speeches at different organizations and co-emceeing fundraisers. I was involved with my high school's theater department, honor society, show choir as the page turner. I was even up for homecoming king. I graduated from college with 2 degrees, and I work at Wells Fargo, where they value hiring people with special needs, including autism.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't actually that's new to me knowing about with Wells Fargo hiring individuals who are autistic and neurodiverse. So that's good to know of another company that does. And I just like with your journey, it's very similar to mine in regards of that in a way that I had a lot of therapies as well. I had speech therapy. I also had other ones that you didn't mention, like ABA therapy. I had also physical and occupational. So I had a mix of everything. So but it comes to show that like getting the early intervention early on does help a lot. And you definitely have a lot of achievements that has happened so far. So congratulations, Tyler.
Thanks, Michelle.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I just learned a new fact about you today that about with in regards to your speeches that you've been doing for Special Olympics. I had no idea about that.
Yeah, Global Messengers was is something that I think every delegation in Special Olympics for the states have.
Mhm.
In fact, I know one who actually lives in Florida and I did the USA Special Olympic Games with her. Her name
Oh,
was Layla Crehan. She's also autistic.
oh, very cool. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Very cool. So now I want to get into, I'm going to transition a little bit into now where we talk about, especially what you're wearing today. You have your barefoot challenge shirt, which that is
that's right.
awesome. I want to know what inspired you to create that challenge.
Let's see. It all started, I want to say back in 2013. I came across someone who used to live in Iowa, and she has an autistic son named Jupiter. Her name is Angie Hotz, formerly known as Barefoot Angie B.
Hmm.
She was a barefoot runner, and I was curious to see how it was like. And I started walking barefoot when Tom's Shoes did the Day Without Shoes event. And I actually felt that walking barefoot is pretty good for me as a sensory seeking activity. And I shared an idea to do a challenge for supporting autism within the website called the Barefoot Runner Society. And the admin for the website encouraged me to make a Facebook page, which I was a little skeptical at first because I didn't know how well received it would be, especially since some people have a little thing for feet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah. But what did I know? It grew into a very well organized thing within the autism community. And it was that challenge that got me to be a board member for the Autism Society of Iowa.
Wow, congratulations. That's
Thanks.
amazing.
My term actually expired April of this year, but I
Mhm.
was glad I was on it for the time that I was.
Oh, absolutely. That's a big accomplishment.
It was. And they still have me help out with some of their conferences to this day.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the challenge.
Hmm.
The way it works is a lot of people who are autistic prefer being barefoot because autism doesn't just affect communication, it also involves sensory input.
Hmm.
And even things like shoes or socks can feel constricting to them. So they prefer to have their feet free, and it's a way to ground themselves and make them more aware of their surroundings. So during the month of April, Autism Awareness slash Acceptance Month, you post a picture or video on social media of you walking barefoot and then share why you advocate for those who are autistic.
That's awesome. That's a really cool way of showing for awareness and acceptance. So that's a cool way to do it.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. How long? So it's been like 10 years now?
Not yet.
Not
It
yet.
started in 2017.
Okay. So the challenge started in 2017, so it's a little less than 10 years, but still, that's amazing how much it's like how much your challenge has grown and has helped even for your own journey too. Like you achieved so much.
Exactly. I've even got to share my challenge through business trips Wells Fargo had me on with Erie, Pennsylvania and Phoenix, Arizona.
Wow, that's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, and both of those trips were related to autism already.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. it's still I still find it fascinating how um where your challenge pretty much all started. It was through with a friend, correct?
That's right.
And their son has autism, and it led to where you have with even with the whole society online and everything.
Yeah. My challenge is even popular with the barefoot community, not just the autism community.
And that's important, especially like there are a lot of people who do like to walk barefoot. Like there's nothing wrong about that. And in fact, like I've heard so many great healthy things about with being barefoot, especially for grounding, like how it's just supposed to make you feel like even relaxed and everything. Like if you keep your feet on the ground, like such as like on the grass or something like soft, smooth like pavement, like I've heard that it really helps you feel a lot more relaxed with your nervous system. For those who deal with anxiety and everything, like it's a really good technique to do on a daily basis. So just wanted to share that little fun fact. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So I really like a lot with the whole inspiration of yours for the barefoot challenge. And by the way, like when I did upload your blog story, your guest blog story, Tyler, that I called you the autistic barefoot challenger because of what you created. So I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, and that's a title I'll gladly wear.
Yeah, absolutely. So I do want to wrap this up with one last thing. If there is something that you want to share with the community, especially for autistic people, what's one tip that you have?
My tip is that if if you need anyone for friendship or assistance, definitely reach out to the organizations that are within your area because they always are there to help you. And you can even reach out to me through my Facebook and Instagram. And also, if you want to get this shirt, it's on my Zazzle store. The logo comes on shirts, mugs, even blankets.
Very cool. I love that message, and I think that it really is important. And what a great message that of using your resources that you have, like even in your own state. Like I'm in Florida, so and there's a ton of autism organizations here. Like we have such as Flutie Foundation, we got card organizations. So there's a ton of different organizations around that will help people in regards to with autistic people with making friends and other important skills in life. And I know for you, Tyler, that was great with sharing your information. Please make sure that if you haven't followed Tyler yet, to make sure to follow him on his Facebook and Instagram page with his Barefoot Challenge. So don't forget that. Yeah. So, Tyler, I want to thank you so much for coming on to onto my guest podcast series on the world of autism. Thank you.
Thank you very much.